Affirmations are either the most overrated self-help tool or one of the most powerful weapons a man can use. There is no in between. Most men repeat empty phrases like "I am wealthy" while their bank account says otherwise. Then they quit and call affirmations useless. But here's the truth they missed. Affirmations don't work because you say them. They work because of what happens inside you when you say them. Today I'm going to break down 5 specific effects of affirmations that actually matter for a man in the process of success. Not magic, not manifestation, neuroscience, discipline, and results. This is discipline over feelings. Let's get into it. Effect 1. Neural rewiring, the repetition effect. Here is the first effect. Every time you repeat an affirmation, you are physically changing your brain. There is a principle called Hebb's law. Neurons that fire together wire together. When you say "I am disciplined" repeatedly, the neurons associated with discipline fire. Over time, they form a stronger connection. The thought becomes easier. The behavior becomes more automatic. This is not spiritual. This is biology. A man who repeats "I follow through" for 30 days is literally building a faster pathway in his brain to follow through. The effect is subtle at first, invisible even. But after weeks and months, the thought that used to feel like a lie starts to feel true. And when it feels true, you act on it without fighting yourself. Example affirmation for this effect. Every day I get better at doing what I said I would do. Effect 2. Self-concept reinforcement, the identity effect. Second effect. Affirmations do not change your circumstances. They change how you see yourself inside your own circumstances. This is massive and most men miss it. A man with low self-concept hears "I am successful" and his brain rejects it. The gap between the words and his reality feels painful, so he stops. But a disciplined man uses affirmations to slowly raise his self-concept. He starts with believable statements. "I am learning. I am improving. I am someone who tries again." Over time, his identity shifts. He stops seeing himself as a failure trying to succeed. He starts seeing himself as a man in progress. And here is the key. Action follows identity. A man who believes he is disciplined acts disciplined. Example affirmation for this effect. "I am a man who finishes what he starts." Effect 3. Reticular activating system activation, the filter effect. Third effect. Your brain has a filter called the reticular activating system. Its job is to notice what matters and ignore what doesn't. Here's an example. Have you ever bought a specific car and then suddenly started seeing that same car everywhere? The car was always there. Your brain just started filtering for it. Affirmations program your reticular activating system. When you repeat "I notice opportunities to grow" every morning, so your brain starts scanning your environment for those opportunities. A conversation, a book, a problem you can solve. Without the affirmation, your brain ignores those signals. With the affirmation, it flags them as important. The world does not change. Your filter changes. Example affirmation for this effect. "I see opportunities where others see problems." Effect 4. Emotional regulation, the anchor effect. Fourth effect. Success is not a straight line. There are bad days, rejections, setbacks, moments when feelings scream at you to quit. This is where affirmations become a lifeline. When you repeat an affirmation consistently, it becomes an anchor. A familiar thought you can reach for when your emotions are spiraling. Your heart is racing. Your mind is telling you that you are not good enough. You feel the urge to quit. Then you say the words you have repeated 100 times before. "I've overcome harder things than this." The effect is not magic calm. It is familiarity. Your brain recognizes the pattern and settles. The emotional spike lowers just enough for you to think clearly. That 1 degree of clarity can be the difference between quitting and staying. Example affirmation for this effect. "This feeling is temporary. My discipline is not." Effect 5. Behavioral priming, the action effect. Fifth effect. And this is the one most self-help gurus completely miss. Affirmations are useless without action, but they are powerful before action. Think of affirmations as stretching before a workout. Stretching does not build muscle, but it prepares your body to build muscle. Affirmations do not create success, but they prepare your mind to take action. When you say "I take 1 step today" before you start working, you have primed your brain. The resistance feels smaller. The first action feels easier. The man who affirms then acts will always beat the man who only acts. and he will destroy the man who only affirms. Affirmations are not the engine. They are the key turning in the ignition. Example affirmation for this effect. I take one small action right now. Let me bring this together. Affirmations are not magic spells. They are tools, like a knife. You can use it to build, or you can cut yourself with delusion. The 5 effects are real: neural rewiring, self-concept, brain filtering, emotional anchoring, behavioral priming. But here is the rule that separates disciplined men from the rest. Affirmations without action are just feelings dressed up as work. Say the words, but move your feet. Every morning, repeat your affirmations for 2 minutes, and take one action before you check your phone. 1 call, 1 email, 1 page written, 1 rep. That is the formula. Affirmations prepare the mind. Action builds the life. Stop manifesting. Start affirming like a disciplined man. Then act like your future depends on it. Because it does. Subscribe to the channel if you want to level up in life. This is Discipline Over Feelings. I will see you in the next video. Wake up to reality.